All right, so in this question, we're given two polygons, so figure A and figure B. And then it says the trapezoids in figure A and B are similar. Use the bottom sides of the trapezoids in figure A and B to find the scale factors below. Assume the unit of measurement is centimeters, and then enter your answer as simplified fractions. So the first part here says to scale figure A to the size of figure B, multiply the length of each side of figure A by the scale factor of. Okay, so what that means is that we are going to be able to take figure A, and let's say if I knew the length of the bottom, I can multiply it by something, and it would give me the length of the bottom of figure B. And I could do the same thing for this side, and it would multiply by that number, and it would give me the length of this side. Okay, so to start, it says use the bottoms as like our starting point. So the bottom here is 6. One. So this is gonna be a length of 6, right? Because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. So make sure you get that one figured out. And then the length of the bottom here is 4. So really the question is 6 times something, that's the number we're looking for, is equal to 4, right? Now, maybe that's a little bit hard to think about, but we have like a little equation for this. So we can say the scale factor, which quite often we give the symbol k, and it's going to be equal to the model. Sorry about the bad writing here. Over the actual. Okay, so does that mean, well, if I'm going from figure A to figure B, then the model, the thing I want to turn it into, is figure B. So that'd be 4 in this case. And then the actual is what I start with, so figure A. So if I want to know this scale factor, well, that's just going to be k is equal to, and it would be to the model's 4 over, and then the actual 6. All right, so k is equal to, and then you would want to simplify that. Like, that's right, but you want to simplify that fraction. So you can divide those both by 2. So this is the same thing as 2 over 3. So now that's like my missing link. So now I can take the 6 multiplied by 2 over 3 and get the 4. Or if I knew this length, I could multiply it by 2 over 3 and it would give me this length, and so on, right? So that's step one here. So the very first one here, I'll say the key is going to be 2 over 3. Okay, now to scale figure B to the size of figure A, multiply the length of each side of figure B by the scale factor of. Well, let's see what happens the other way around. So let's say now we're just like totally flipping it. We're starting with B, so we're starting with this 4, and we want to know what would we have to multiply by to get the 6. I'll give you a hint, it's going to be related to the last one, right? But let's put it all in, just see how that looks. So we'd say k is equal to, and it would be the model over the actual. So the model in this case is the one I'm turning it into, so the 6. And the actual would be the 4. All right, so now I'd simplify that too. So we'll say k is equal to, divide them both by 2, we get 3 over 2. You see how we just flip those around? 2 over 3 the one way, 3 over 2 the other way? That'll always be the case when you go from one or back to the other. Okay, so this one would be 3 over 2. So now, that was kind of the hard bit because now we have our key. So now it says the top side of figure A is a whole number. Use this length and the scale factor, which we found already, to find the length of the top of figure B. Okay, so figure A is a whole number. So I can see that, right? The top here is actually 3. So this is a length of 3. And now this one doesn't like nicely land on the line. So this is, looks maybe like 1 point something or, maybe 2. But I do know I can multiply that 3 by our scale factor, right? If I multiply that by 2 over 3, that'll be this line. So let's try that. So that would be 3 and times our scale factor. Scale factor, like we said, was 2 over 3 is equal to. Okay, so now you can just put that in your calculator if you wanted to, and it'll give you the number. But little hint here, you can think of this as like 3 over 1, right? And when you're multiplying fractions, you just go straight across. So this is like 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. This is like 6 over 3 And 6 divided by 3 is 2. The other thing you could have done here is you got a 3 in the top here and a 3 in the bottom. I could have just canceled those. And then you can see that it was just 2. Okay, so either way. So in the end, this is a length of 2. All right, next one. The left-hand side of figure B is approximately 3.6. Use this length and scale factor to find the length of figure A. So figure B, they're saying this length here is 3.6. Okay, so now I want to figure out what this length is, right? Okay, well, we have a scale factor for that, right? If I'm going from B to A, that was this one, 3 over 2. So we'll do that. 3.6 times 3 over 2. Now, in this case, I probably would just put that in my calculator. So let's do that. So we just write, cancel that. 3.6 times, and then 3 over 2 really means 3 divided by 2. So 5.4. All right. And the last one, so the right-hand side of figure A is approximately 5.1. We're going to use that to find the right-hand side of figure B now. So same thing. So now they're saying this one is 5.1. And we want to go this way. So remember, it's going to be 2 over 3 that we're going to multiply by. I'm going to jump straight to my calculator. If we can. So it's going to be 5.1 times, and then it was 2 over 3 to go this one. 2 divided by 3. So 3.4.